SAP Center. Tonight, it's the Los Angeles Lakers taking on the defending champion Golden State Warriors. The final preseason game for these two teams with high expectations. A few of their regulars tonight, including LeBron James and Brandon Ingram. You see their starting line. Lonzo Ball, second game of the preseason, joined by Lance Stevenson, Michael Beasley, Kyle Kuzma, and the former Warrior JaVale McGee. Meanwhile, for the Warriors, most of the regulars in there, Thompson, Curry, and Green, and then it's Alfonso McKinney, likely a two-way player for Golden State this season. And Dave.
Before every game with the coaches, he's got incredible athleticism.
Stevenson lays it in. 15 games for the Warriors last season, but spent most of his time in the G League as Curry buries a three.
Boy, he's flat shooting it right now. Incredible.
This preseason, Steph, Klay Thompson, and Durant have all shot it well as Ball. Lonzo Ball saying that it's been easier to fire from deep as Thompson hits the long two. And broadcast team.
Great addition.
Curry will take the mid-range and hit last year's Steph Curry #1 in the NBA.
Video footage, but also 3-on-3. I'm fascinated by a lot of what happens with this team. Nice move by Kuzma. Gordon Bell and Kevon Looney, both very good passers from the post position. And keep in mind, DeMarcus Cousins, as Klay gets going, DeMarcus Cousins.
They really believe in his shooting ability. He showed it in camp, not so much in games. Did there. This guy always does.
Played fast, which to me the biggest question for this team is, you were talking about the pace last night. It's one of the fastest games we've ever seen. So fun. Nice pass, Draymond. Obviously, that doesn't happen too often.
Curry connects. Big first quarter. A 10-0 Warriors run. Lob to the rim, and Jones oops the alley.
Shooting the basketball, but getting this team into the pace. Look left, pass to Mr. Jones. They're rolling.
And you know, when you play with LeBron James, you're going to get those chances. Curry the lob, and Jones another finish. Who was just invited over from the minor league camp.
Yes.
Curry connects on another three, his fourth of the quarter.
Might think I'm going to play the first quarter and I might not play again.
Get him all out of his system. 16 points on 5 of 10 shooting. 4 of 7 from 3, and he's going to head to the bench right now.
Going to give the fans here in San Jose something to look at tonight. 16 points on 5 of 10 shooting.
But to no avail as the first quarter comes to an end. A big one for Steph Curry as the Warriors have a 9-point edge.
Yeah, Steph Curry looking like tip is just on the horizon. We're only days away from watching Steph Curry do this for real when that 2,000+ three will go up. Nice pass. Yes, sir. Ready to roll.
Another thing that'll be interesting to see, Doris, is how big of a leap do those developing core players take with LeBron James there to elevate them.
Well, that young man
pokes it ahead to Cook. Here's Thompson, due to be a free agent at the end of this season. Might have really broken the ankles there.
Sphere. The memes.
I think in today's day and age, as McGee flings it in.
And then watching some of the antidotes, and it'll blow your mind.
There was a lot of time and research that went into making that piece. As McGee hits the three from the corner, and Luke Walton, that one doesn't drop. It was a rare thing Steve Kerr and Luke Walton actually did part of from Kuzma, and an excellent
play differently. They want to play at a fast tempo, but they're not looking necessarily as Klay gets that three. That is
after their prime, and he's who Steve Nash worked with closely as he played his basketball past 30. Thompson, and there were moments in the second half of the season where he was clearly performing at a slower pace in the way Phil Jackson and Kobe Bryant talked about with him as Draymond Green and LeBron James get into it. 9 points now for Svi Mykhailiuk. Thompson got fouled. 2 free throws coming for Klay Thompson.
Svi Mykhailiuk just reading the screen, a nice evasive dribble to get a little bit more separation going left. And then again, he sees the big man season.
Thompson hits another 14 in the quarter for Thompson. Both these teams want to push the pace. Last year, Lakers finished 2nd in pace, Warriors 5th. Gorgeous speed.
He's not ducking the fact that he didn't shoot a high percentage. He's just like, I got to get better, period.
Williams able to finish through the rip job of Green. And an and one opportunity for Williams as LeBron. And that'll do it for the first half of action. Golden State puts up 67. Coming up on the halftime report, how about Giannis sinking the Timberwolves, playing without Jimmy Butler. Nice down court feed. Ball spins into a bunny. Couldn't flip it in the first time. Does the second.
Dustin right now ahead of Toronto, only because the advantage of the continuity, get to know your phase, the depth of talent, the ability to defend. Ooh.
Oh, now Beasley and Green going at it. They had been. And we caught some of that on camera a few possessions ago. Now, after the foul, Beasley got right up into Green. And at least a technical on Beasley, perhaps more. Yeah, Beasley, I think he's going to have to leave the floor here. And now he will. So initially, it was a double technical call. And then as Beasley and Green came together and were actually maybe on the same page, the officials went to go break them up, and Beasley took exception to that and got hit with a second technical. And then Green and Beasley.
So was it what they said? Let's watch.
So, and then Green and Beasley are talking, and Beasley comes back and he says, hey, we're fine, and gets a second tee there.
Oh. And it's the third official scoring lineup.
You deadpan that nicely, though. Kuzma again, and he's hot in it to talk about how difficult the road could be. Said last year, almost think it. Kuzma catching fire, connecting on a 3.
Back-to-back nice play.
Stevenson guides the break. Stevenson having a lot of fun on his way to the rack and then swinging a little bit after he was fouled. And immediately the officials dive in as Stevenson got a bit out of control. Cook will take the technical free throws as Stevenson gets a loud ovation as he heads back to the locker room. Potts is not going to put it up. He will dribble it out, and that will do it. The preseason is done for LeBron James and the Lakers, as well as Steve Kerr and his Warriors.